and you just like, I give up. You give up on everything. You always giving up. You always, and I'm not talking about giving up on certain things that you need to release and let go. I'm talking about just not having stick to itness to do it anyway, even though it's uncomfortable, even though it hurts, even though it's stretching, even though it's challenging, just continuing to do it.
Elevate with Monique. Elevate. Elevate with Monique.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Moments with Mo presented by Elect Elevation. I am your hostess, Mo, and I am super excited to continue the conversation that we have been having around this whole notion and idea of thinking bigger in order to dream big and dream bigger. And so tonight we are going to dive into some myths and some things that sometimes prevent people from dreaming big. We are also going to talk about a few things that you can do to start developing your dream habits and expanding your ability to dream. And then I'm going to give you some homework. I'm going to give you a couple things that you can implement tonight, today, tomorrow, whenever you get started, in order to expand this journey for you, for some of you, and start this journey for others. So let's talk a little bit about a couple of the challenges that people face when it comes to thinking about, expanding your vision and your ability to dream. Some people really suffer from the fear of failure. I know that that was one of my indicators. Just being afraid of failing myself, failing maybe my family, and even just failing at the thought or the idea that I had. That was a huge challenge and roadblock for me. And so, for some of you, you are afraid to fail, and that will keep you from dreaming big. Number two is just having limited beliefs in yourself, limited beliefs in the possibility and the ability to make these dreams come true is a huge challenge. Again, this is something I suffered with specifically because remember, I told you in part one that my thinking was so limited, it was so small that it prevented me. I dare not dream of, having anything beyond what I could see in front of me because I didn't know how to do that. My limited beliefs kept me stifled, and it may be keeping you stifled. Another one is just past experiences. If you have experienced trauma in your life, or you've experienced things that have made it very difficult for you to believe in the possibility of dreaming, or that, again, that it would come true. Past experiences, sometimes when we don't unpack that and we don't forgive and heal that area, we take that with us throughout our lives. And so for some of you, you are allowing your past experiences to keep you from dreaming big. Another one is just external influences. That could be our family, that could be social media, that could be the people that we surround ourselves with, our friends and associates. Allowing external influences to impact or stifle us from the ability to dream is a huge, huge, huge no no. We have got to get rid of people, places, things, experiences that are outside of us, that do not reflect or speak into our lives what it is that we want to manifest, what it is that we want to allow ourselves to go after and be brave enough to really pursue. Get rid of things and people and in social media and following different people that challenge you in this way and keep you from dreaming big. Okay. Another challenge that people have is just really getting out of their comfort zone. Some people are so not content. Some people are so complacent that they will stay in a place for 10 years beyond where they need to be because they just don't want to move. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They've gotten used to being in this snuggly, comfy, cozy place that they just don't want to step outside of that comfort zone. And that will keep you from dreaming big. When you talk to somebody and, they still talk about the things that they did back in the day and the things that they accomplished. But when you look at their life and not in judgment, but when you really are assessing their lives, they're still living in the past, which is reflecting in the future because they can't see beyond what they accomplished in the past to even go to another level, another dimension, another realm of thinking. What could they do now? What could they do in the future? Okay. So just being comfortable in that comfort zone. Another challenge that could possibly be the case is limited resources. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on that because I believe that we invest in the things that we want to invest in. If you want to go out to eat and spend $50 on a meal, you're going to find the money to do that. If you want to, take a trip with your friends and you're going to come back and maybe you don't have any money or some of your bills are behind or what have you, you're going to find the money to go on that trip. And so, limited resources is one of those things where there are some extenuating circumstances, but in 2024, I feel like there are so many opportunities for us to find the resources that we need that will help us to better our lives and help us to elevate our lives in every area possible. So, limited resources, uh, uh, it's a challenge for some, but most of you, that's not the challenge. So, how can we start allowing ourselves to dream big? I've got 6 things that you can start doing right now to really allow yourself to start dreaming big. Number 1 is develop a belief in yourself. You have to be able to develop a belief in your abilities. You have to be able to develop a belief in your value. I remember when I first started this journey in my life, belief in myself was very low. It was very low on the totem pole. I had been told for so long that, much of what I had done was wrong, or I made the wrong choices, or, things that didn't really make me feel like I had trust and belief in myself. And so I had to build that. I built that over time. And so you may have to start developing that belief in yourself just over time, speaking life into yourself, affirmations, challenging different areas of your thought process. Okay. Number 2 is, you know, getting clear about that vision that I just talked about. Getting clear about that vision, sitting with yourself, asking yourself questions. What do I want? What do I not want? What is important to me? What's not important? What is a distraction for me? What is something that's going to help me and to propel me? Get very clear about the vision that you want for yourself, for your business, for your children, for your money, for your health, whatever it might be. Another thing that you can start doing right now is cultivating this feeling of courage, right? We talked about some people not dreaming big and allowing themselves to do that because they just are comfortable. Well, it takes courage to step outside of the box, right? It takes courage to go into the unknown, step into the unknown, not be able to see what next step is in front of you. It takes courage and bravery to be able to do that. And you have to sometimes instill that in yourself in order to allow yourself to start dreaming and thinking big. Another thing is just being resilient, not letting, the ebbs and flows of life just knock you down and you just like, I give up. You give up on everything. You always giving up. You always, and I'm not talking about giving up on certain things that you need to release and let go. I'm talking about just not having stick to itness to do it anyway, even though it's uncomfortable, even though it hurts, even though it's stretching, even though it's challenging, just continuing to do it. Okay, so developing that resilience in the journey, and then surround yourself with people who believe in you. If it's not your family and your immediate friends, then maybe you need to develop another tribe. Maybe you need to surround yourself with people who reflect the things that you are looking to acquire and manifest in your life, the things that you are dreaming about, right? If I'm dreaming about a, multiple uh, service providing business that is generating, you know, 7 and 8 figures a year, I need to manifest and be around people that reflect that, or at the very least, that are on the same track. Like at least we are building synergy because we're doing it together, right? So making sure that you have that support system, you are creating the right tribe to fortify you as you are dreaming big, because you're going to want to take action. That's the next step, is taking action, actually doing something. So being around those people who give you that energy and give you that, that push, then you're going to start taking action. You're going to start being intentional with the things that you write out, the things that you pursue, the way you spend your time, the way you don't spend your time. What things can you check off of the box, right? What things can you say, I've accomplished, it's time to move on, as you set that pace for yourself. So having an action plan, okay? Now, some things that I think are fun to incorporate as you are starting to expand your dreaming big, do things like visualization sessions where you might sit for 10 minutes and just allow yourself to just go crazy. Like just let your mind just be free and just go with it, right? Don't judge, don't convince yourself it's not possible. Think of the most outlandish thing that you possibly can think of, and maybe do this once a week. If it feels like it's, something that you're having to develop this muscle, do it once a week. Just once a week. You're going to start loving it. And so you're going to want to do it more than once a week. I do it once a day. But if you have to start with once a week, then just start with once a week. But give yourself permission to do that. Okay. And then, like I said, get with some people who are intentional about setting goals, and who are intentional about following those goals, because we all can set goals. I am one of the worst person that I will say when it comes to getting all excited about setting goals and then halfway through just not following through. And so I have to have accountability people around me to help me stay focused on the goals that I've set. What are you listening to? What are you watching on television? What are you listening to in the car? What kind of conversations are you having? Are they fostering the dreams that you want to accomplish in your life? Being intentional about how you spend your time and your energy will absolutely be like one of the most important things that you can do as you are dreaming big. Hey, I hope that this information was helpful to you. Comment below and let me know, what kind of things do you do as you are exercising your ability to dream big? I'm really excited to hear from you. All right. I will see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Always, sis. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you like this video, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my latest content as it's being released, go ahead and hit the notification bell icon as well. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time.